In this video, we are going to create the Faceless affiliate site with Systemeio. So this is where we're going to roll up our sleeves. It gets exciting. You're going to see it all coming together, and there's lots of amazing templates to choose from. So let's dive straight into the action. And the first step is to navigate over to your Systemeio dashboard. Now, this is a demo account, which is why you're not going to see many figures here or absolutely anything. I use this for these tutorial videos. So once you are in your System account, if you hover over the menus, over the website section, and you go to Sales Funnels, okay? Now, once you go to Sales Funnels, you want to click on Create. Now, you might not have any here because yours will be a brand new account. I've got some more test ones here, as you can see. So if I click on Create, and then you want to name your funnel. So I'll just call this the Faceless Affiliate Site. Okay. And by the way, whether you're doing this for a Faceless affiliate site, or whether you need to get a page up online, you can do this for each and one of those aspects. So this is how you basically create a web page online using System. Fine. Use the funnel domain. You can see mine says stas-17. Yours will say whatever your name you use to sign up for the account. Okay. So that's what it will say there. Next, we want to choose the currency. The currency doesn't really matter, so I'll just select I think it's pound sterling because I'm in the UK. Obviously, select your one wherever you are around the world. And the final goal, I'm just going to put here sell. This doesn't matter because you'll see we're going to select a template anyway, and then you hit save. And once you've done that, your funnel appears here. Now, if you click on these three dots, you can view it, duplicate it, share it, deactivate it, go to settings, and that's where you can change these settings again if you want to change the funnel domain, which we'll come to later on, the name or the currency. But if to click it, you have to actually click the wording, so it's not overly obvious. And then you've got all these options here. You've got order page, thank you, inactive. What we're going to do is we're going to delete everything that's currently there because we don't need any of it. Okay, so we're going to not duplicate, excuse me, remove. So we're going to remove, we're going to remove, and we're going to remove. Okay? And you can see we currently have nothing in the funnel. So we're going to go over here to add step. So if you click add step, and let's just call this the home directory, or just home for this example. And it's going to ask us, well, what type of page do you want? Sales, order form. The reason it asks us is because it's got a whole bunch of templates within each one of those. Now, I have found that the sales page has got some really good templates. Don't do this because that will be too much hard work. Choose from template and then hit save. And then look at all these amazing templates that you can choose from. So you can preview them by clicking on preview. So this looks cool, like a nice black feel to it. Really, really nice. And you can use these boxes as descriptions. That can be a title, that can be a description. You can add a button underneath. As you'll see, I will do that in a second. You can do this one. This one looks pretty cool as well. I mean, there's lots of really good templates. You've got this one here as well. It's that lovely kind of dark background. This one, I really like this one. It's plain, simple, and the boxes are already kind of built out for us on this one. So let's use this one. Once you're happy with the template, I'm going to go select and the URL. Okay, so it's just going to say home. So this is the path. So this is whatever you selected, .system.io/home, for example. And don't worry, I will show you in another video how to create your custom domain so that it actually reads, whatever you want it to read. So for example, for me, it might be Ultimate Digital Toolbox, so on and so forth. Perfect. We're happy with that. Then we're going to go to Edit Page. And once you click Edit Page, it's then got the interface. And you can see when I hover over certain things, this is a section, and within sections, there's images. And there's the blue thing, which is rows. Okay, you can see the rows. And within the rows, you've got text, images, and so on and so forth. So depending on what you hover over will depend on what you are able to edit. Okay, so what I want to do is I will just go over here and I'll use this section over here, like this section here. So I need to delete all of this. So I don't need all of these images. So the way you do that is I'll start by pressing delete, and then you can see, I can delete that whole row if I just, there we go, hover over the blue, and it's a little bit clunky, as you can see. There we go, right, delete. That row's gone. and now I can delete the whole thing, and there it is. And I can delete that whole row. Okay, and then that moves up to the top. So the same thing here. I don't necessarily need this picture. Quite like this. This is quite cool. If you want to drag anything, it's very simple. You just take it and you just drag it. Let's say I want it underneath there, like so. Okay, there it is. What I like to do is I like to use the presets. So I like the text, I like the font, I like the colors, everything is good. I even like this button. So what I would do with the button is I would drag it, but I'd drag it slowly underneath like that. For example, there, okay? Our services, and then what I would do is this image is nice, but it's in the wrong place. So let me put it over here. Now we've got this bit. I don't need that. I'll delete that row completely, and I will delete that row completely as well. Now, you can see it's coming together. So all I do is for the services bit, I would put something like digital marketing tools. Now, obviously, yours will be different depending on what you do. This image is far too big. So again, if I click on the cog or the actual image on the left-hand side, you've got all the editorial sections. So I can make it, you can see here, smaller. So if I make it maybe 400, make it aligned in the middle. And this actually has something called padding or spacing. So you can see that on the top, it's got -50. That's why it's overlapping. So if I just delete that, it will go in position how it should, okay? So below you will find the best digital marketing tools to start and grow your business. And remember, you can use ChatGPT to get these descriptions for you. So use it 100%. Again, I'll want to align that in the middle, just so everything looks nice and slick and smart. Let's delete that because we don't need that. Perfect, okay? All coming together now. All right, I don't actually need this row, so I'll probably just delete it. Perfect. Now, what I want to do is with these templates over here, I earlier created some descriptions. So as you can see, Crystal Hosting. So all I will do is just a copy and paste job. I will copy that. I will go into System and I will do that, but I just want to make sure the color is black. And then I'll go back here and I will take the description and I will copy that, get it in there like so, and just make sure that is black as well, okay? The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure this button is central. There we go. And instead of start now, if you click on the button and scroll down, here's the button text, you can click on learn more here, like that. Perfect. What I like to do is I like to get one template done. So I'm happy with Crystal Hosting. I'm happy with this. The only other thing I might want to do is if I duplicate this, I can have another like subheading. And let me show you what that can be used for. So you've got fast, green, reliable hosting. And if I just stick that in there like that, and I make sure that that is black as well. And I make sure that that is aligned in the middle, like so. You don't have to align it in the middle. Actually, looks quite nice going to the left. You can, if you click on these different heading tags, they will basically change the size for you. So that looks quite cool. There we go, different colors. There's the description, learn more, okay? Happy with that. And then the easiest thing is once you've formatted it, you can just duplicate it and then drag it over. And then it just becomes a lot quicker to do stuff as well, okay? So let's do the next tool. So the next tool is Active Campaign. I'm gonna copy it, go back over here. I'm going to paste. It's a little bit frustrating how you gotta change the color, but once it's done, it's done. Go back over to ChatGPT, take the little subheading, and I'm gonna stick that in there, change that. Next is a description. And as you can see, it's pretty much a copy and paste exercise. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go, there we go, perfect, okay? So, what I wanna do is, if I purposely did not copy this, okay, you may have noticed that. And the reason is because I thought, is this enough description? Maybe, maybe not. So what you could do is you could duplicate that, get that in there, and see, is that too much description? Does it need more? Personally, I think it looks quite good. Let me now duplicate this because they'll have a nice call to action at the bottom. There we go, like so. And again, if you ever want to change anything, click the box. For example, spacing, okay, you can see spacing. You can add a margin by moving it down. So for example, a 20 margin looks quite nice, right? Personally, that looks like too much text to me. It's actually, do you know what? You should preview it before you decide that, because at the minute my view is squished because I've got this toolbar. So let's just leave it at that and see what it looks like. If I go back here and I'll click here to get started. Perfect. And instead of obviously click here, I'll put click below because the below bit is there. And I'm going to hit that. I'll delete all this, you know, extra hyphens that you don't really need. Perfect. Okay. Happy with that. And then I just work my way through and copy and paste all of this stuff onto here. Okay. To get a lovely, clean finish and a clean design. So highlight that, go black, duplicate that, get that in there. Oh, and as you can see, sometimes it won't quite copy where you want it to, so you just got to take it again, and there you go. And then I put that in there. Perfect. Black color, get the button. Buttons there. Cool, looks good. Okay, so I've now done 2. Let me go ahead and do the rest of these. And again, you can follow this along. You can pause the video, do whatever you want to. But essentially, all I'm doing is copying and pasting and making sure everything is formatted. Perfect. And once you've done a row of 3 in this example, what you can do to save you doing all of that again, you can actually find the whole row here. So where was it? There it is. And you can duplicate it. So you see those 2 little squares kind of overlapping over here? That's what you can do. You can take that whole row and you can just duplicate that whole row. Okay, not that bit. So if I want to undo something, I just undo. If you make a mistake, undo, redo, your best friends. Perfect. So let's just imagine I'm happy. It's all taken shape. Make sure you click Save Changes and let me preview. So click on this little eye here and you will see what it looks like. Perfect. Digital marketing tools, you've got your little picture, you've got the description, which you would have generated. That actually looks pretty good. And then click Learn More, Learn More, Learn More. Now, we need to hyperlink these Learn Mores. And you can see some of them are outside the box. This one's inside the box. So we need to go back and we need to change them to make sure they're all inside the box like so. There we go. And there we go. And then I'm going to hit Save Changes. Now, very important, what you need to do now is you need to add your actual affiliate link into these boxes. Okay, so remember those ugly links that you generated? So if you click on the box and you'll see Action When button is clicked. Do you want it to submit a form, show a pop-up, go to next? No, you just want it to open a URL. And this is where your affiliate link will go. So remember, each button should have a different affiliate link corresponding to the relevant tool you're promoting. So in this case, it's Crystal, ActiveCampaign, Hostinger. Yours will be similar, okay? So let me go and get some example URLs just to show you how this works. So I've got my Crystal URL. I'm gonna click the box. I want it to open, there you go. Just make sure the link has got HTTPS because what that does is it hyperlinks it and makes it clickable. And there is my ugly affiliate link. So you can see, even though it's ugly, no one's going to see it because it's just hidden behind a button. And then you want to do the same for ActiveCampaign and so on and so forth. So let me just put a couple of, test links. Here is one I have for ActiveCampaign. So if I click the button and delete whatever's there and put yours, this is actually my affiliate link for ActiveCampaign. This is, you can see the ID is Q8, QQZ, whatever. Again, doesn't matter because no one's going to see it. Okay. and this one is there, and then Hostinger as well. So I'm just going to use a different one for Hostinger. So I'm going to use another one. Let's say it's going to be, this tool here that I have, which is simplified, and I'm going to delete that, and there you go. PR equals stas ID, whatever it is. Okay, perfect. So that step is very, very important. Make sure you add one link per button, and the link should correspond to whatever tool, software, offer, thing you are promoting. Hit Save Changes. Click on the icon to preview, and let's now see if it works. So if I click on this, excellent. That's taken me to Crystal, and then if somebody purchases something, you will get credited with the sale, and that is how you start making money. Then we've got Active Campaign. Perfect. That goes straight to Active Campaign. Oh, this is beautiful. And then this one is going to go something called Simplified, which is another tool that I'm promoting. Really, really good. Yep, love it. Absolutely great. So everything seems to be working. I've set up all the buttons. Now remember, you want to have at least 8 of these, 8 to 10. So I've only done it for 3, but you will go ahead and go and do it for 8, 10, 20, 50, however many you've got. Just make sure you test everything and everything works, okay? And just always don't forget to hit Save Changes. That is very important. So what you now need to do is you need to do this exercise for all of your affiliate offers and links and templates and everything else that you want to promote. And also, the other thing you want to do is delete anything you don't need. Now, sometimes a lot of these templates will have really, really good wording, pictures that you can reuse. So use what you need to, and obviously delete anything you need to. And if you need to delete a whole section, you just go delete, and that whole section's gone. Let's say you didn't want this, here from our client section. Okay, all you do is you find where it starts. So there you go, the green section starts there. Delete. Or if you like the way the section looks, you can duplicate it. So these are for duplication, and you can see it's duplicated it, and there's that one, there's the new one. I'll delete that in this example. And again, if there's anything you want to add, you can just take it, add text in there. So this is your text. Perfect. You can then add headline. You can see how the blue line dictates where it lands. Headline, okay? Perfect. And then we've got a bulleted list. If you wanted to add a bulleted list, again, you can control absolutely everything. If you make a mistake, delete it. Or the other best thing is undo. If you click undo or redo, undo, redo, really, 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 really good. Okay, so you've got so many different options here. You've got an image. If you wanted to add an image of something, you can add a video. Whether you want to do it from YouTube or another Vimeo platform, something like Vimeo or BunnyNet, completely up to you. So play around to your heart's content. I like to keep it simple. I showed you the designs earlier. So for me, it will probably look something like this: headline, description, picture, and the various tools as well, okay? So that is how we create our faceless affiliate site with Systemeio. Make sure you save the changes, make sure you preview everything, and all the links are working and it looks good. And then once you have done that, you are ready to move on to the next step.